Cool. Welcome, everyone. Ride to the Warehouse Sessions. Step into the story. And who am I stepping into the story with today? Beautiful Madavipriya, known as Mandy.
Yes, me and my many names.
You mean your many names?
Yeah.
If nobody knows, we're doing a little bit of a short film lately we've been working on.
Yes.
And so we did some interviews, and I think we mentioned that on the interview, your many names.
I think everyone knows me as Mandy, though.
I know, I still call you Mandy, but I do love Madhavi, though. What does Madhavi
yeah.
mean, anyway?
It's a Sanskrit name. Priya means beloved of. Madhavi is a name of Krishna. So it means beloved of Krishna or beloved of God. And it was given to me by my guru, 𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗦𝗧𝗢.
So yeah, if nobody knows about Miss Mandy, but tell us a little bit about, like you said, your spiritual name, Hare Krishna, right?
Yes, you do.
I don't think the world knows.
My spiritual path, probably since, I think it's 2001.
As long as I've known you.
Yeah, and I'm very involved in the San Diego temple. I traveled to India. It's been a long time, but I spent a month there. Yeah, I do seva every week at the temple. That means selfless service, making the garland.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Make garlands.
Forever, right?
Forever.
Yeah. 20-something years.
For 20-something years.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. I have a little experience with the temple also. And you were my neighbor at the time. And we would go and meditate in the mornings with the monks.
I remember.
When my life was crumbling. I'm like,
Yeah.
take me,
I remember
please.
when we were neighbors, you would see me leaving in the morning in a sari. You're like, where are you going?
Where are you going?
Come with me.
5 in the morning or
Come
whatever it
chat
was.
with the monks and hang out.
I did.
Yeah.
And it changed my life. It was an amazing experience. It's always a highlight for me. It was a very painful time in my life, but it was also a very beautiful time in my life because everything fell away. Everything that I saw or I thought served me. And then I found out it was the simple things in life, like going to the temple
Yeah.
and doing meditation with the monks. And then they would feed me a beautiful feast.
Prasadam.
Yeah, for
Blessed
right?
food. Yep.
Pretty cool. So we have that together, which is a really cool bond.
We've
We
known
kind
each
of walk
other
that
a while.
path together in some levels. I'm not Hare Krishna, but I also follow a lot of the spiritual practices. And
Yeah.
And life.
Ahimsa.
Yeah.
Ahimsa. Yep.
yeah, I go with you to Krishna Lounge once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, kirtan, one of my favorite things, which is it's singing, it's like chanting. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Lively. Fun. Yeah.
No, it's amazing. And then you're also part of, isn't there a Hare Krishna motorcycle club or something?
My good friend 𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗢 started it. He lives in upstate New York, in Albany, and he said, hey, we have a little group here all across the world, really. But at the time, he was like, across the U.S., we're all devotees of Krishna. We ride motorcycles. He's like, I'm going to start the Vaishnav motorcycle family. Vaishnav is a Sanskrit word. It means like a name of Krishna, like devotees
Another
of
name for
Vishnu,
Krishna, right?
Krishna,
Okay.
yeah. So... yeah, it's like the proper name for Hare Krishna, Vaishnava. So he started that, and it's really fun, and we've expanded.
You travel.
And
you do a yearly trip. Right?
Yeah, every year he tries to put together a trip where we meet up somewhere different. One time I flew out to Miami and rented a Harley, and then my brother, actually, who lives in Atlanta, he started riding, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years ago.
Remember when he started
I
riding?
told my mom, don't blame me. I didn't encourage him. Yeah. But he got
Not
a
my fault.
bike. Yeah. And he wanted to come. So that was really fun because that was the first time him and I got to ride together. But
Yeah,
we
with the
stayed in
Keys, right? With the Florida Keys, right?
And then he came out here a couple times and we did a Southern California one last year.
Up
We
the
went
coast,
to my friend 𝗦𝗧𝗢. She has a beautiful home up in Quesadero, and the ride up there is just, oh my God, you know me. I love Give me Big Sur, the California coast, all over California. So we rode, Trevor and I, my boyfriend, we rode to San Francisco to meet 𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗢, where he rented a Harley, and then we went on to 𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗢, and we had a really good time there. Honestly, anyone can go, but we do a lot of vegan cooking, and she has a little temple in her home, and we visited Mandala Publishing, which is like a retreat center, and just the ride up there was
And
gorgeous.
just touring on the bike.
Yeah, it's just people who are on a similar path riding motos. So it's like everything we're all about, and then all together hanging out. So
Not for me, from the outside looking, I didn't realize that Hare Krishnas would be motorcycle riders.
there's a lot of us.
And there's a lot of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess in India, everybody rides a motorcycle, but
Huge group. They're called 𝗓𝗡𝗧𝗢. They are in Paris,
okay.
and they're all Hare Krishnas, and they go out on their bikes and they distribute food to people
Oh,
and
that's
do
cool.
kirtan. They're really cool.
They do service, and then they
Yeah.
go out on their bikes.
Yeah.
And they look cool while they're doing service. I like that. It's a funny pairing, and yet it isn't at the same time. I'm like, Everybody likes to ride. Who doesn't?
Yeah. Not all Hare Krishnas are monks. So that's another thing
That's
people
true.
automatically think, because that's what you visualize when you think Hare Krishna, monks and the shaved head. But there's a lot of people like me who are living up, not in a temple.
Many happens to be your spiritual practice, like any other, like any religion. It's the same thing. You do your thing and it helps you through life.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You don't need a temple or a church to have a spiritual path. It is nice having that community and to be able to go to festivals and connect, but also it's your own path, whatever you want to do, however you want to do that.
No, I think it's cool. That's I don't think people know that about you.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. What do people not know about you? That would be one.
I know they're like, what's her Instagram handle?
Madavipriya.
And they're like, what is that? I'm like, okay,
Let me tell you what it is. Because most people would not know, because in their minds, like you said earlier, people think everyone in Hare Krishna are all monks. You're just regular people.
Yeah.
Blow people's mind with that. I like that it's not stereotypical. And we have these stereotypes in our minds, and we just put that out of the water. That's cool.
Yeah.
We're doing a short film about how Ride at the Warehouse started. And so you and I have known each other 20 plus years. Yeah?
I moved to San Diego in 2002, 3. I moved into that house in South Park there, and we instantly became friends.
We did.
Started riding together.
Yep. I got my bike, and then 6 months later, you got your bike.
Yeah.
We both had Honda Shadows at the time.
My Thunder Beast,
Your
my
Thunder
first bike.
Beast.
I
Oh my
loved it.
God,
It was fun. It was the best.
Mojo was the name of my bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were riding back then when there weren't a whole lot of us women.
No, really, there weren't that many female riders in San Diego, at least.
No, I mean,
back then,
I have some women in the show that are a lot older, or let's say 10 years, whatever. When they were riding, there was nobody. And we started riding, and it just kind of was, where are the women? Once in a while, for the most part, we were kind of like unicorns at the time.
Yeah, there weren't that many, and there wasn't a lot of choice in gear, because I remember we did that piece for the Reader.
Oh, the Reader.
So we were at that coffee shop in North Park, and I guess one of the writers for the magazine was like, hey, you guys are on bikes, you're dressed really cute, let me interview you. I do a style column also, so it kind of tied into how it was really difficult to find cute gear. I think this is before we knew Stellar, Jenna Stellar.
Well,
she wasn't around yet. Thank God for her, because her gear is
Jenna Stellar is motor gear for women. It's protective, but it's also fashionable. That's who Jenna Stellar is.
That's all I wear.
That's all we wear. It's true. I have it on right now. Yep. That's all we wear when I ride. It's pretty much, I mix it up with other things, but that's always my base, right?
Yep.
But back in the day, when we started riding, there was nothing. It was shrink and paint, and everything was boxy and even light paint.
Yeah, it just didn't fit well. Any kind of jackets with armor, I looked like a football player. Tailored to female.
So we rode around for many years with no gear.
Oh my gosh. I wear jeggings, cowboy boots,
a
denim jacket, whatever. No shade to anyone who rides in that, but I look back on that now, I'm like, oh my God.
But yeah, because now, because of Jenna, which is one of the only ones around still left, I ride in gear, because it doesn't look like gear.
I know.
Yeah.
I get asked a lot by running into the store. I'm on my bike that day, and people are like, oh, your jeans, where'd you get them? And I'm like, actually, they're motorcycle. Yeah, because they're cute.
Because they're cool. And they're all worn in now, so that's even better.
Yeah.
So when we were riding back then, people would approach us because we were, again, like unicorns. Riding through North Park, we were the two girls who would ride all over the place, right? And you really can't hide on a bike. So we lived not far, and we rode through there all the time.
Yeah, we were out and about. I think also we didn't have cars at the time. Something was going on with it, and I remember just saying, you know what? I work downtown. I'm just going to take my bike everywhere. So for my first 5 years of riding, I just used my bike, I think. All the time.
Same. So I dumped my car. I sold it because I couldn't afford both. I wanted a Harley-Davidson, and Harley-Davidson at that time was over $20,000. And I was like, I can't have a car payment and a bike payment. So I dumped the car. I sold it.
Yeah.
So I could have one payment, and committed to the lifestyle for, I think it was like 6 years, I rode without a car. And you did the same.
I'm really kind of glad though, because I got really comfortable very quickly. Like in traffic, anything,
that's a big deal.
Just on the bike all the time, it really sharpens your skills and gives you a feel of I
feel like when we're taking the class, we take it really pretty close together, like the riding class, the course. And they would say, you got to come back after 1,000 miles. And I'm like, oh, 1,000 miles, that's a long ways. Which when you're committed to riding all the time and no car, 1,000 miles is no, it takes nothing.
Yeah. True.
Less than a month for sure. Because we were riding all over the place. But I feel the same way, and it made me a better rider because I had to ride no matter what. I didn't have a choice. Cold, hot, rain, whatever. One thing I don't like is fog, but other than that,
yeah, that's what I tell friends of mine or people I meet who are newer riders, like women. They're like a little intimidated. I'm like, you just have to honestly ride. Just get on the bike and ride everywhere, and that really will
get on the ride and do all kinds of riding. So get on the freeway. People are like, oh, I don't want to get on the freeway. I'm like, the freeway is the safest place. It's a high speed, but it's really, everybody's going the same direction. So get on the freeway.
I worked for 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 for like 18 years. It's been a long time now. Over a decade I've been not doing that. We had a boutique store downtown on 15K, and I would ride and park right out front. And it was a Sunday, and we used to get out and close early on Sundays. And I was like, oh, I really want to go to the Sunday festival feast at the temple that we do every Sunday. And I said, okay, I'm just going to go ride there. So I rode. Yeah.
Got on the freeway. I remember getting on I was with Joseph, by the way. We'd ridden out to Poway, Escondido area. So we went all the back roads. So we didn't get on the freeway until we were coming home. And he's like, let's get on the freeway. I'm like, okay. I just remember getting on the on-ramp and then just like, because you're picking up speed. Oh, God, it's really fast. And it was really exhilarating.
Yeah, it was fun.
Super cool. But yeah, I went home with him, and then he peeled off one way and I went the other way. And that was the beginning of many more rides, you know? And thank God for people like that would take me out and give me the confidence, would say, hey, let's do this together. I didn't have to do it alone. You're that kind of person that likes to do things on your own.
I do.
Travel on your own. So we've been riding for a long time now, I think 14 years maybe ish.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's not a long time, but I guess in my life it would be a chunk, right?
It's over a decade.
Together, which is my favorite thing is touring.
Yeah.
By far my favorite thing. And now you do it with your boyfriend now because you have someone that rides. For Trevor, you were going on your own.
Yes. So after I went on the 2020 tour of California, you, me, and Peter.
Yeah.
The next year, I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to do it every year. And so I just went on my own.
This made me very nervous, by the way.
You
kind of be safe. And you're like, yeah, I know. You can take care of yourself. It's just.
I stick to routes usually that if something were to go wrong, I'm going to be near someplace.
Not out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, and not that I wouldn't go out into the middle of nowhere. There are some times where I am, but
not for long distances, maybe.
Yeah.
I think what would be the biggest advice let's say, this is what I find. A lot of people get into bikes, especially now because there's more women. The fastest growing market in motorcycles are women.
Yeah.
So women are grabbing onto it left and right all over the place, which I'm super excited about. But there's also a sense of keeping yourself safe, maybe having enough miles. Like when I took the course, they're like, you need at least 1,000 miles behind you before you kind of have any clue. I feel like you need to get out, ride for a while before you go on a solo trip.
Yeah.
I would say to you, what would be your advice for someone that's new? There are certain things to pack. What are the things you need to watch out for? All those kind of things. I think that's very helpful for people that are new.
Share your location with one or two people. That's a big one. I always share with Trevor, my boyfriend, and back then I'd share with my brother. That's really important.
Do you map it out? Do you have an
idea
of an itinerary?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't need to book every single night later in the trip because things come up. Something could happen with the bike, whatever, and you're not going to be able to make it. So I always try to book a place where I can cancel if I need to.
That's good advice. And I'll say this really quick is that's what we do when we're on the road is we don't book until we know we're like pretty close because things happen. We did a trip where we were in Sedona and we had to get to Flagstaff and it was like 6 o'clock at night, the sunset. You do dumb things when you have to be somewhere. So we rode over that mountain in the dark with all the animal. It's not a smart thing to do.
Scary.
And I wouldn't do that again. But because we had pre-booked the hotel, so we learned real quick. No more of that. We'll just book an hour before we know we're going to be there. Or we're in the town and we have dinner and then we book at a hotel, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you just have to do your research. So, for example, when I stopped to stay in San Francisco on one of the trips, it's hard to find a place like an Airbnb or any place actually in San Francisco with secure parking. I leave my bike on the street. I was like, I'm not leaving my Dyna on the streets of San Francisco. So I found a really cool Airbnb that had secure gate locked parking in the back. So that I did book in advance. I do bring a little thing of gas, even though my bike has a big enough tank. It's just peace of mind, because there's been a couple times where I was like, ooh, I'm getting low. Oh my gosh, am I going to make it? And I did find a gas station, but I was like, okay, I want to have that peace of mind. I pack somewhat light, just t-shirts. I wear pretty much the same, either my jumpsuit from Stellar, my jeans. I always bring a bathing suit, because you never know, there might be a hot tub somewhere. You want to jump in the water, whatever.
I want a packable down or something.
Yep, always have that.
So layers.
I stopped leaving rain gear at home because when I go on my California trips, it's not really needed. Yeah. Maybe a weapon, just in case I'm stranded on the side of the road. I don't necessarily carry it on me, on my body, but I do
But
keep...
just some way to keep yourself safe.
Yep, I do keep... Yeah, I can just hear my grandpa's voice telling me you need to make sure you bring certain things on your trip. And I think my dad is glad that I do that too. So yeah, just for peace of mind.
Be aware. We always have to be aware of things around us, especially on a bike. When you're tired, there's a lot of variables, right?
And you learn how to pack too. So I always keep my visor to switch out really quickly. I keep it on the outside of my sissy bar pack. I have really great saddlebags, but that way I can just pull over on the side of the road and change it and not have to dig through stuff.
Do you carry bungee cords, let's say zip ties? Do you carry
always ties?
Any kind of tools of any sort, like a basic kind of?
One time I see my shifter gear link, a little lovely thing that happens to a lot of Harleys of a certain year and make.
Fell off,
completely
right,
went out. Right? I was leaving Paso Robles to go to Monterey and Big Sur, and I was like, wait, why can't I shift? And I tied it with a hair tie.
Hair tie?
Yep. I called the Morgan Hills Harley because that was the closest one. And they were like, so I was like, it must have lost a screw or something. It's just this ball and socket rubber thing. They're like, nope, that's the design. It's really crappy. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Certain things.
So like, your hair tie will probably last better than that, but come in, we'll put a new one on, no charge. It was great. So yeah, the phone is my tool. So if something goes...
So yeah, I think Peter's taught me that I always have some kind of, because when I'm with Peter, we always have some kind of tools with us. For instance, there's a girl traveling right now on a bike and her cables on her battery are loose.
Yeah.
So she's having trouble with that. Just something that you can fix it if you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So if you have some kind of a tool, you could fix it yourself. And maybe knowing the basics, like how do you fix a cable, battery cable? Those are simple things.
I always have zip ties. I have it dialed in. I have the saddlebags. I use my rock straps to put my, and a net to put my sissy bar. What is that brand?
Karaoke?
Yeah, so I have a big sissy bar bag for that. So in my saddlebags, I keep the things that I want to access easily when I'm on the side of the road, like my snacks, my water, whatever.
Yeah, so
like
water is important to have on you.
Yep.
Like when I travel through a really hot time, a lot of times I have a Camelback on me.
Yeah.
So I can drink water as I'm rolling, because sometimes, that one time we did the Central Coast, we were like in that one stretch of road, it was 110, and we went forever. I was like back behind you guys going, when is this going to be over?
Yeah, it was
hot.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was evaporating as we moved. But
you learn as you go each trip too. Okay, I didn't use that, but I used that. I always bring a pair of regular jeans or shorts, like my Converse or something, just so I can have comfortable. Because a lot of times I'll stay in an area for a night and I want to walk to dinner or just take a break from the bike and be in something comfy. Yeah. And I pack lots of snacks.
Yeah, snacks is especially for you and I, because being vegan, it makes it really challenging. So you got to have something on you, because you may be in the middle of a town that doesn't know what a vegan is.
And a thermos, because I like to fill up and find cute little coffee shops and try out their brews.
That's good.
To pick me up when I start getting tired.
So planning it out, having an idea where you're going, I think that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pre-booked your hotel, and I think that's smart. And in the city, make sure you had parking. It's something I wouldn't think about.
Yeah, a lot of them will let you cancel a day ahead of time, so that's been good. Certain hotels will too, but yeah, I usually wait to book maybe the last couple nights, just depending. But yeah, I love it.
That's my favorite thing to do, and I find with the show, I do less touring than I want to. I was watching all the girls roll to Sturgis, and I'm jealous because I really want to get on the road. That's the most fun on the road. I always have the best. Yeah. Usually when I go, it's not too many people, because too many people is too difficult. but you, Peter and I, the three of us, that was great. You're together, but you're still alone, which is cool. You still have your alone time.
Yeah.
Do you have a rule, like maybe not going more than so many hundreds of miles in a day, or do you just...
I usually, the first day, I put down a lot of miles. Like, yeah, I try to get as far as I can on my path. And then maybe the next day do a little bit less and kind of break it up so I'm not pushing.
Yeah.
And I like to take my time. Oh, look at that. I want to stop and take a picture or experience that. Or that's another thing I like about solo travel. I can stop and do whatever, whenever. It's nice.
So as far as traveling, touring, I would recommend, if people were wanting to do that, to go with someone at first, or maybe a small group, to kind of learn the ropes, kind of get to know what works, what doesn't work, and then maybe go on your own. I feel like that could be... You're just a really strong, grounded human being, and you take charge. But you had a lot of miles behind you before you ever went solo. It wasn't like you just rolled out solo after you got your license.
Yeah, I've never been scared to do things on my own. I've always been independent, been living on my own since I was 17. So just...
What I think is really cool, that Real Deal Revolution, if anybody doesn't know who Real Deal is, but Teresa Contreras started a company. It's a nonprofit to help women in the trades. And then she's all about keeping us safe also, kind of like Jenna is. We all are. We all want everybody to be safe. We want all us to keep riding together for many years. So they're doing something really cool right now. And Narissa, she knows Moto. I think that's the name of her company. But she's going to do like how to travel, what to pack, and what happens on the road. There's a lot of things that come up. You learn as you go, but sometimes you just need to make smart decisions so you don't learn the hard way.
Ladies, do not post in real time.
Don't post in real time, post after.
Yeah.
Because then you get weirdos or whatever, right?
Yeah. Oh, I live near there. Let's meet up. Or so if it's already a day, whatever.
If
you're putting it out there on your stories or whatever that you're traveling, nothing wrong with that, but just have to be careful.
That's smart. It's good to be smart and not give your exact location.
Yeah.
That's good advice. So those are all really good things. So one day we'll have to do another trip.
Yes. Long overdue.
I sold my Harley-Davidson, my big one.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite touring bike. So I need to eventually get another touring bike. But I have my Triumph, but I wouldn't really want to tour on it per se.
Yeah.
No, I like the bigger bike.
Another
big
Harley.
One.
Yep.
Yeah, Pan America. That's kind of a cool bike. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Just have this like yearning to get on the road. I feel like most happy I am is when I'm on the road. Even though I was watching one of the girls ride to Sturgis and back, and they hit tornadoes, hailstorm, rain, 100-degree, 110-degree temperatures, and all the things, and they're like, we had the best time. You know what I mean? Because it is like that, right?
Yeah.
Even
Trevor's
though
been
it's
sending me videos.
Oh my God.
It's like 100 something, and then all of a sudden it's freezing and
golf ball size hail.
Yeah.
But still, I would do it anyway. I would.
I think I'm good if I don't ever go to Sturgis.
Pretty there.
The big crowds and the events.
You do Sturgis when it's not Sturgis.
Yes.
James right now does a small, like 75.
Yeah.
I think it's 75 women. I think a couple weeks before Sturgis or right after. And that would be cool because it's really pretty there.
Yeah.
It's
the ride I'm all about.
The ride. You go to Bryce, you can go to Yellowstone. We haven't been to Yellowstone, right?
I have not. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of places we haven't been, but Zion?
No, that's on my list
what we need
forever.
to do a Utah trip.
Yeah.
But I really love Utah. Sometime when it's not too hot and not cold. So you have to kind of get that sweet spot, like spring maybe.
Yeah.
Zion and Bryce and Moab, and it's like Monument Valley, so many pretty places. America's amazing.
It is.
Yeah. I guess we can talk about the show a little bit. So Tana Mall, and it's grown a lot since we started.
It has.
I think we started with maybe 20 women in the show at first, and now it's hundreds, which is really cool.
I know.
What would be the thing about Ride of the Warehouse that kind of stands out for you? What's your experience?
I'm happy I've gotten to be a part of it all these years.
So good.
I love that I've gotten to be a part of this from the start, and it's very amazing to me how much it's grown, like the community in general. When you started, there was hardly any women, and now there's this huge whole network
of all these incredible women. It makes me, I'm blown away every day. I was thinking about this morning because I did a video about the film coming out, and every woman has the most amazing stories.
Yeah.
We're all so different and so interesting in my mind, and so complex and so fucking cool. get excited and honored to be the person that gets to highlight that in people's lives.
That's pretty amazing.
I was just riding with you, having a good time. And I'm like, where are the ladies? Oh, we need to go find the ladies. And then here's a ride to the warehouse. Yeah, we had a lot of fun during the shoot because you hadn't ridden in a while with me. And then on all the new girls, there were so many cool people.
That was really fun. It was a long day.
It was a long day. It's hard to be a superstar. It's hard to do a film. It's hard to put it all together in a quick amount of time. It was a long day.
The little clips and pics I've seen, though.
So for anyone that doesn't know, we have a little short film, and it's coming out. We're going to debut it in Bisbee, September 11th through the 13th. And then we're going to go from there and see. We'll do a screening maybe in San Diego because that's the home base.
I think you definitely need to do a screen.
No, I'm only doing it in Bisbee. That's it. But I'm not able to make Bisbee. Bisbee will be cool because it'll be smaller crowd, but it's super cool little town. And then San Diego. So Bisbee, September to the 13th, 11th to the 13th, and then San Diego's November 7th, which will be homecoming. So we're going to have fun doing that. You're going to come to that one, right?
Of course.
We have your friend Adia who's going to be burlesque dancing.
Yes, she's the best.
I'm super excited about that. Los Angeles, we had roller skates girls with Stellar Motor Brand. So I thought, why don't we do burlesque in San Diego?
Perfect.
Hell yeah. I can't wait to see the girls. So we always have something a little different for each show, but yeah, I'm excited about what's coming ahead. And so is there anything you want to share?
I'm
happy to be along for the ride. And I'm always dragging you with me. I drag you with me one way or the other. If it's just your picture, I drag you. And if it's you, then it's even better.
I love it because you know me. I don't go to all the moto events. Great. I just would rather be out riding. That's always my thing. But I always love coming to ride.
Yeah, no, it's fun to come to ride the world. I'm the same. I'd rather not be out riding. But I feel the need to, again, just highlight the community. Yeah. It just gives me a sense of purpose in this life. This is one of the questions for our bios, right? It's like, what do you want to be known for when you go? I'll ask you that question first.
I would hope people would remember me as being kind and helpful and inspiring.
I agree with all of that. 100%. And that's what I always think. I'm not going to be here forever. So what is the legacy that one leaves behind? I would hope it would be something big. And me, go big or go home. Kindness is a really good thing. And inspiring is just you being you. You know, and that's inspiring because I think that's really hard for people to be who they are. They don't even know who they are half the time. Yeah. It's a beautiful gift in life when you know who you are and you know what you're about. Maybe that just comes with time.
I'm the late bloomer with everything.
Are we all?
In life. That's just been my thing, but that's fine with me. But yeah, there's going to be rough patches and times where you're unsure. Am I doing the right thing? What am I doing? What am I about? And then, it clicks and you find it.
I always say to design own self, be true.
That's one of my favorites. My Nana always used to tell me that. She's like, write that down. This is a very important quote I want you to remember.
Because that's really all that matters.
And at the time, I was like, what? What is this word? Thine? What?
Thine own self. Thine mean?
Yep.
Self-approved life, I call it.
Yep.
I like to live a self-approved life. So if I approve of Katie, which I do, then nothing can stop you.
Yeah.
Not looking for anybody else to be okay. But the funny part about all of that is when you do that, that's when the magic happens and people go, what are you doing? What's going on? And it's inspiring to hold that space.
You are definitely an inspiration, Katie.
As you are too, my dear, Miss Madavipriya. It's super cool. You have a Harley now, and you're going to get another Harley sooner or later, yeah?
Yeah, my Dyna Street Bob, which I've had now 6 years.
It's been a while now.
I've had this
a
one
lot of
6
miles
years.
Yeah,
I love it though.
It's a great bike.
Yeah.
That's one of the better bikes they made, to be quite honest.
I'd go everywhere on it. I never have any problems with it.
I know, it's a good
bike.
bike.
Good to me. Yeah.
So do you have any trips planned or anything coming forward?
No moto trips, just because Trevor and I are going to Kauai in September.
That's right.
And then I've been really focused on my business and just...
Tell us a little bit about that, because I do have something.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, it's healing so nice.
Yes.
As you know. Okay, I started...
nobody knows, but I know.
I started cosmetic tattooing about 3 years ago. So I got certified first to do brows and then lips, and I love it. But it's been a learning curve, having your own businesses. I've always worked for corporations, so that was new.
Always.
But I love being creative. I love it. So I originally got into cosmetic tattooing because I was inspired by actual body tattooing. I was getting an old tattoo touched up years ago, and I was like, this looks so fun. What a cool job. Like, how would you even get started? And I just started thinking about it. I was like, I draw here and there, but I'm not like all the time like art. And then I thought, oh, I did cosmetics for years. Cosmetics, tattooing, and it just clicked.
That's art.
Yeah. So then a few weeks later, literally, I researched, found some training. I first trained with Jeannie Clark. I got certified for microblading. And in that same week, I got certified for like machine work, like shading with Tori, where I work. I got really comfortable using a tattoo machine every day. And I started booth renting at Tori's studio, *𝗧𝗎𝗄𝗧, in Mission Gorge. And I'm just the greatest team of women there. A lot of the girls there, a couple of them, do body tattoos. Adia, who you spoke of, one of them, she is an amazing artist.
She's your mentor, yeah?
Yeah, just not a tattoo artist, but an actual artist. And my boyfriend, Trevor, his oldest daughter, had some little dots on her hand, and she wanted to get them touched up. So when she was down in San Diego, Adia was like, here, I'm going to have you do some of them. And I was like, oh, this is really fun.
Oh, that's how you started. Adia was doing it, and then you jumped in?
6 months ago. And then the girl that I share my booth with, she does only body tattoos. She was like, yeah, this is the machine I use. Anyway, I just jumped in. I got the machine because it's different than the PMU machine, the permanent makeup machine. And I just started practicing on fake skin. I started making stencils, just learning. And then Adia's like, you need to get on real skin. You need to get on real skin. She kept telling me, and I was like, no, I'm not ready. And she's like, but you have to get a feel of it because it's completely different than the fake skin, which it is. And the girls I work with are like, yeah, here, you can tattoo me. You can tattoo me.
Absolutely.
And things started to click, like actually kind of recently. I was like, oh, okay, I understand. This needle is going to look like this or feel like this. And my hand speed and the machine speed is going to be like this. It clicked. And it is so much fun. I absolutely love it. It lights me up. So I'm like, I'm on the right path.
You're building an empire, dear. I heard Adia say it. Can't wait to build an empire with you. I'm like, hell yeah.
So do brows, do lips, and body tattoos.
So for anybody out there, where can they find you?
My business name, my Instagram handle, it's my last name, Davila, Davila, cosmetic tattoo, because that's how I started it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you probably do a separate page eventually.
Or maybe I'll just be like Davila Tattoo, because the kind of,
why not?
Permanent makeup is tattoo.
Yeah.
That's my Instagram. I usually post all my work on Instagram. And your cute cactus that I gave you the other day. Oh my God, it's healing so good. I love it.
It's healing.
Yeah.
It was easy. Cactus makes sense because we like the desert.
I was like, oh, the girls. We love desert rides.
We're just getting started, girl.
I
got some real estate still.
I'm blown away by the support and encouragement from everyone, not just the wonderful team that I work with at *𝗧𝗎𝗄𝗧. They're just all like cheerleaders, but all my nearest and dearest friends. And even like Kat was an amazing tattoo artist.
So Kat is Steel Honey, if anybody doesn't know.
And
so she's on Instagram. She's a stick and poke.
And she's like, you can tattoo me. And I'm like, oh my God, what an honor. Like, it's just everyone's you've got this. It looks great. All my friends that I've known since my Atlanta days, who are tattoo artists for 50 years, they're like, hell yeah.
Been and come and join the crowd.
It's cool. So I'm really blown away because there's moments where I'm like, what am I doing? I'm tattooing people.
Yeah.
I have no business.
I was so funny. I had this moment. So I've known you for 20 plus years and you were tattooing. I'm like, who knew when we met each other, my neighbor, that you'd be tattooing me? Such a funny world. And really well. I'm excited about what's coming forward for you. You're going to do great. I know it already. It's just you're a natural.
Thank you.
Like, that's the thing about life, finding your thing that lights you up and then go for it.
Yeah.
And you can make a living doing that. In fact, a very good living because you love it so much.
I've always heard that. If you love what you do, what is it? You'll never work a day in your
That's
life.
True.
You just love it. And
I'm a hairdresser
hairdresser
forever, over 30 years, and it's never been work. Even though I work hard, but it's never felt like work. It's always, I'm like hanging out, creating really cool shapes and colors and all that stuff. It's great. I always look forward to it.
I'm a big fan of your work. Can't wait for my appointment
tomorrow. Yeah, we're tomorrow. We didn't do it today, but that's okay. We'll do it tomorrow. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you
hanging
for
out
having
with me for a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell people a little bit about you a little more, because you're a mystery to a lot of people. Because you're a private human being.
Like I said, I don't go to all the events. I love it. I think it's great, but I'm always like, I'm going to go ride instead.
I know. I can get you out once in a while. Take your picture, put it in the gallery, and think, you got to be here. That's my way.
I love meeting everyone. I love all these women I've met through your show.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah.
That's just in San Diego. We had, I don't know, was there 8 of us, 9? I don't know how many. There's hundreds. Just amazing. Like everywhere you go, every state.
Yeah.
And I love that about the show. I can go places like Ride to the Warehouse, Ride to the Warehouse. I don't even have a name anymore. My name is Ride to the Warehouse, which I'm okay with that. But I love to connect with people, and I'm glad you're part of it. I also want to thank San Diego Harley-Davidson. We get this incredible space. We get to sit here in the middle of it all, which is, I'd rather be here than in a podcast studio. And then I also want to thank my near and dear Russ Brown, because they've been my sponsor for 7 years now. And they're the reason why I can do all this fun stuff. So thank you for everyone for listening. And I look forward to the next episode. Yay. So happy trails.
Cool.